Hi, I'm Susan, and this is my kitchen, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to make my final Valentine's Day cookie. It is a M&M and Oreo cookie. I want to use up my Valentine's Day M&Ms, so I thought how appropriate would be this. So the universe is telling me not to bake this cookie. The universe is telling me that I should pack it up and call it a day, but I am determined. So we'll see if this comes out. The last time I attempted this cookie, it was an absolute fail. So I reworked the recipe a little bit, added some things to it, and we're going to give it another go. But already my mixer has died on me. My microphone wasn't plugged in the first time I started this video. So that's telling me maybe I should call it a day, but I'm going to forge on. We're already mixing because, again, my video, I just found out that my microphone was not on, so I have to kind of like start this video all over. So this recipe calls for brown butter. Now, if you're not familiar with brown butter, quite honestly, I wasn't familiar with brown butter until I started seeing it show up over and over again on these recipes, and I figured I better find out what it's all about. And brown butter is basically butter that you have melted over the stove and got it really hot to the point just a tiny bit before we would call it burnt butter. I did a whole video on making brown butter. You can see it in the description below and check it out. So this recipe calls for a cup of butter. I use brown butter, but you don't have to. You could just use regular soft butter. And just like all my other recipes that I show on this channel, that you can find the whole written version of it on my website, cookiesandmore.com. So let's pick it up where I just left off. I already have the butter, the brown sugar, and the granulated sugar in here, and we're mixing it up. I just added the vanilla, and now I'm adding my 2 eggs. Now we're starting to get some creaminess going on. Couldn't get the brown sugar. I think my brown sugar was a little bit too dried out. It's been sitting out, and I think it dried out almost. So now we've got it nice and creamy. I just love this bowl. It's from Fox brand. I got it on Amazon. It has a no-stick bottom here, so it won't move around on me. It's huge. This is a 6.25 quart, and I just love it. It's a perfect size, and it's stainless on the inside, and I just think it's a really nice bowl. I'll put a link in the description below. They have several different sizes. They even have a really big one, like a 10.5 quart one that I'm really interested in getting. So in here is my baking soda, baking powder, salt, and I'm going to add this in. I'm not going to add it all at once. Get it mixed in here a little bit before I turn it on to the blender or the mixer. And the next items I'm going to just fold in. So you use chocolate chips. Now I'm using minis because I want to use them up. So, and I'm not an overly big fan of chocolate, so those little minis I can handle. Okay, the other thing we're going to add in are our M&Ms. So the Valentine's, it's a Valentine Day one, so I'm going to use my Valentine's. Now, some of the M&Ms I did crush a little bit. You don't have to do that. It's just I had them left over from the previous cookie, so I just put them in here too. So now I'm going to put in the Oreos. Now I just crushed these with my hand, and you don't want to use a tremendous amount. It equals about a cup, but it's about 7 to 8 cookies. That's about all. And I just kind of mush them with my hands. So we're going to dump those in. Oh, there's a big one. All right. Let's just get that stirred around. Okay, I am going to use the large scoop. Now, this scoop should be about 3.25 ounces, and we're going to weigh it to see how big they come out. You can always use the smaller scoop, and I'm not sure how much this one weighs, but let's see what we get here. Okay, this is a 3.2. So that's a pretty good size for me. I consider that a good size. Okay, so I was able to get 16 large 3.2 ounce cookies out of there. So I'm going to take them now and put them back in this bowl and then put them in the refrigerator because I don't have room for a whole cookie tray in my refrigerator. So I'm just going to kind of put them in here. One of the reasons I'm not a big fan of saran wrap because it doesn't always stick. Okay, we're going to put these in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Okay, we're going to preheat that oven to 350 and get it heated up. Took them out of the refrigerator after they've been in there for a little while. And I'm going to use these rings. I had a lot of success with another cookie that I just made with the rings, so I'm using them. They're a English muffin type of ring. I'll put a link in the description below for them. So I just added some extra pieces to the top, and I'm going to get these into the oven. They're going into a 350 degree oven, pretty much almost for 15 minutes. So I want to show you, I do smash these down a little bit. Now, even though I used mini chocolate chips on the inside, I used up all my minis, I'm going to use a few of the bigger chips on the top of these, as well as a few M&Ms that I have left. And the reason I smashed them down a little bit is I can't get this in there if it's completely round. Some Oreos sticking out. there you have it, a Valentine's Day M&M Oreo cookie. Now the great thing about these cookies is you can make them for any occasion. Just change out your M&Ms. They make M&Ms for every holiday, so whether it's St. Patrick's Day, the 4th of July, you can always get M&Ms that are suitable for your occasion to make your cookies a part of the theme. So I think these came out super great with the combination of the brown sugar and using these English muffin rings. You ended up with a perfect, well-browned, and on the top, I don't know if you can see how brown and golden brown those are, but they are just delish. And they are so eye-appealing because of that brownness and how big. These are truly gourmet cookies, and they did take a lot of effort, and you have to make sure that you're going to do a trial and error on your batter before you start making a large amount, because you don't want to waste any of that effort. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something new, how to make cookies that look like this, and you subscribe to my channel so I can continue to bring you videos just like this. So don't forget to bake, create, and celebrate. Until next time. Oh, these are nice and soft. That's what I like. Really good. They'd be a lot better with a glass of milk though.